we're about 6 minutes past 8 p.m. I was going to say 5. It's 5 o'clock in Scottsdale, Arizona here, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. We're kicking this off. We're super excited, just getting everything lined up. We are live in the Facebook, so everybody in Facebook that's watching it live, be sure to comment down there. We got tons of comments. We actually almost got more viewers in Facebook Live reaching up there than Zoom. So we almost got as many on both platforms. That's pretty cool. We're just spreading it out over both platforms here. Getting tons of exposure. I know I've been bombarded by messages. Can you tell me more? Tell me more. Just give me something. And I'm like, no, show up to the webinar. That's when everybody's going to hear about it. So this is the webinar. Here we are. We are on the webinar. We are live. We're ready to kick this off. My name is Michael Mansell. If some of you don't know, I've been in the online marketing space for a little while now, but truth be told, I kind of just dabbled in online marketing for several years, and then about 2 years ago, I finally decided to commit myself to applying the information that I knew and start generating traffic. Imagine that, you generate traffic, you convert to sales, and you make money. It's not that mythical, like, oh, just join a company and voila, money just starts rolling in type deal. So I started applying that, had some explosive growth over the last couple of years, built out a huge team online and helping tons of people. And that's what I love doing. I love helping people every single day. I literally live inside my phone and Facebook messaging, supporting people every single day. The power that we have inside our hands these days is just ridiculous. And Finish Line Network is going to take that to the next level because we're combining all those tools, mobile app, the website, the video education, the text message marketing, you name it, we're bringing it all into one house. And that's what's really kind of cool about Finish Line Network. And you're going to hear firsthand from Greg and Doug and some of the other leaders that are on this call here on not only why they decided to team up and join with Finish Line Network, but really why they feel like this is a critical time to introduce an educational platform like this and the tools that we're offering inside of it. You might even recognize one of the good-looking guys on this webinar, Joel Kellman with Online Sales Pro. He's built an awesome company with Online Sales Pro in developing lead generation, mobile apps, sales funnels, all that good stuff. So to have all that integrated directly into Finish Line Network, and I'm not going to spoil all the goodies there, but that alone was enough for me to say, let me take a look at this. And then I'm getting to know the owners, Greg and Doug. I've known them for several years online, but to work with them firsthand has been a real treat and a real privilege. So enough about me, though. I want to bring on Greg first and foremost. Greg has he's been around the online scene for a couple of years, I would say, maybe a few more years than that. Okay, 22 plus years. This guy has been a beast. He actually started out bank manager back in the 90s, then he got into MLM with the travel company, and he quickly became their #1 marketer. And he just started generating more sales and leads than anyone in the company. So then the owners asked Greg to take over the task for the company, and Greg said, no way. So he started his own highly successful lead generation company for the entire MLM and direct sales industry. Bestly started it all off, and 22 years later, Greg is still into traffic. Greg is Mr. Traffic when it comes down to it. So Greg was the architect behind the traffic platform that changed the way every traffic company has sold traffic since 2011. CPC Broker revolutionized retail traffic and helped put the guys on the map. TA followed, Traffic Authority followed, and here we are with Finish Line Network. So that's a little backstory about Greg, but I've gotten to know him. He's just really down-to-earth, cool dude. This guy's got a very impressive rap sheet, but he's just down-to-earth guy. So Greg, come on out here. Let us know a little bit about Finish Line Network and what your vision was behind it and why now is the right time.
Yeah, Michael, super excited. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear.
Awesome. I mean, and thank you very much. I think some of the times when I get brought out, people announce me as Father Time. meaning that I've been around before the internet, basically generating leads in that strange way, like through the newspaper and things before online. So thank you for actually keeping me in that still internet era. So super, super excited to be here. And, basically kind of like you've talked about, the last, 9-10 years that actually I've been partnered with, Doug Wellens and Chad Stalby, my partners in Streamline. We've actually done a lot of super exciting stuff, literally all the way from starting on third-party marketing systems, then we actually, which that just simply means we built, sales funnels and lead generation systems for teams inside network marketing companies. Then, we went on and we basically started to do lead generation. And you talked a little bit about, CVC Broker. That was killer because literally what we were able to do there is take, custom traffic and direct it off to, an individual website, which is super cool. But let's bring it up, to why that's really important in this conversation and the Finish Line Network conversation. And, we love the name Finish Line Network because we really want to help everyone start at the finish line. And one of the things you're going to hear from Michael and, the people in this team, we're going to really talk about why that is. And basically, we talked a little bit about how, basically we did lead generation in the past. Well, what we really want to do here is we want to help people, anyone who's ever actually driven traffic before, and you actually, let's just say pointed at an offer. Let's say you spent $100 on traffic and you made less than $100 back. And most of us who've run traffic, we've experienced that process. And what we really want to help people do here, Michael, and everyone, is we want to, start having them think about anytime they're running traffic to an offer, you're really working on building your list. You're really working, on creating an asset. And basically what we want to do is we want to help people to think a little bit further and actually help them to monetize their traffic. And, just because people run traffic to an offer and, something doesn't happen that's great in a week or two, they kind of forget the fact that, that asset could have value over the month, the 2 months, the 6 months, the year. And I can just tell you from someone who's done email marketing, for over 20 years, that's a huge, huge part. We want to help people understand that they can build an audience, they can build an email list, and they can monetize that. And we're going to do something brand new that no one's ever done in the industry before. And we're going to actually, through one of our really exciting products, is we're going to, have you go through a training course and get certified. But we're actually going to have a traffic buyback process, which, again, for people that, aren't that familiar with monetizing traffic, the buyback process through our email profits on demand product is going to be super exciting. And, and Michael, people will see that as they get into their site a little bit further. But I want to just, also break down two other things before, because I know so many people on the call here. Also super excited to be working with this team of people with, with Joel and Kitty Kelman from OSP. I mean, we've, been working side by side with them, even when we're just doing traffic generation and actually seeing people using their incredible technology. We're so excited to be JVing with them and actually have access to their killer contact manager and their app. And I'm here to tell you guys are going to get to experience that app even in this free process here, because this system you're at today, completely free, app completely free, and you're going to get to see firsthand how great the technology is. That part's super exciting. And then, also with Paul Counts, basically Paul is a super exciting component to this because, we've been focused in the direct sales and network marketing industry. Most people are familiar with that. But when you start talking about monetization, you start talking about, turning your email list into dollars. One of Paul's favorite saying is, it's SEMM, send emails, make money. And we're going to basically be learning a lot about that in this process. But when you start thinking about, both direct sales and network marketing with great systems and affiliate marketing, you're bringing industries together that make it possible for, all of us to make more money. And so with that, Michael, thank you very much. Back to you.
Yeah, that's good. What I love and I hear in your voice is so much passion, and that's what I've sensed from you since I've started working with you guys. You guys have so much passion, and I know that a lot of that comes from your experience in the industry. You know what it takes to become successful in this industry. You know the hurdles that people have to overcome to really achieve success. I can very vividly still remember thinking, oh, I'll never achieve that. But when I actually started applying the things that I was learning, it actually wasn't as hard as I kept telling myself it was going to be. So when you come with the level of passion, Greg, that you bring to the table, that Doug brings to the table, Paul, Joel, the list goes on here in the team, anything is possible. And that's what we want to set out and then transfer that energy over to other people in the company. Doug is having some issues with his video.
Michael,
So, yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off because I'm just realizing how rude I was because I didn't actually include you in that group. How special, you know, even though you kind of were late coming the last few months, you know, really coming in here and helping so much. And I also wanted just to actually include Holly and Devon also because I felt horrible that, you know, because again, Holly's helped. You guys are going to see Holly back in the training. And then you're also going to see Devon's face a lot because he's going to really help us with our product when it comes down to email marketing and monetization, huge thing. And Chris Campbell, I can't leave him out because he's actually been working with us for the last few months. He's going to bring some just incredible VSLs. I mean, we have the dream team. I mean, if you were going to literally, if I was going to go around like 2 years ago and pick out dream team members, these would have been the guys I would have been picking out. Because, I mean, I knew all the folks back then. I mean, I'm so happy, Chris, you've come too. I mean, it's really, really exciting. So I just wanted to actually, Michael, thank our panelists because these guys have all been so instrumental, and you as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I absolutely appreciate that. And what I love about it is each one of us have our role and each one of us brings our own special talent and skills to the table. But collectively, I think we operate so well together that at the end of the day, we just produce results. And I think for everybody on this webinar, at the end of the day, that's what you should be focused on is taking action on what you know you need to take action on. And the recognitions will come, the accolades will come, the success will come, all the results will come if we all work together. And that's, I mean, it's crazy actually, Greg, when I think about it, how well each one of us on the leadership team here are just falling into place and taking, responsibilities. And I don't even recognize sometimes like who did what. It's just like stuff happened and it got done and here we are and we're launching. So I'm super excited to be part of this journey with you guys on here. So I would like to actually hand it over to Paul because Paul's been in the industry a long time, and I'll let him kind of give just a real brief background to him. But this guy started out when he was like, I think it was like 2 years old. He started marketing online. Okay, no, it was about 8th grade is when he started. But Paul has been running online businesses for 19 years, even though he only looks like he's 22 years old. He's been running them for 19 years. He's actually a movie producer, author, and internationally recognized internet marketing expert, teaching people that success counts. It's hard to beat a name like counts, so success does count. But he's reached platinum vendor status at ClickBank. And we all know what ClickBank is and how big ClickBank is. And is a premium vendor at JVZoo. And of course, we all know what JVZoo is. These are not easy things to do to reach that status with ClickBank and JVZoo. He's actually sold over $10 million in digital info products and training courses. He's a master at maximizing long-term profits and cash from email lists. We're actually going to learn email marketing directly from the Paul Counts. Little inside secret there. And he knows how to help people build sustainable online businesses. And I've seen this as I've been monitoring and building the Facebook group. Man, the kudos that go out to Paul, and they're even come down here in the chat, Paul over here, about how cool and supportive and loyal and helpful that you are, Paul, to not only your team, but you also have 3 kids as well. And I know you're an awesome dad. I've seen your Facebook posts and seen even your kids just come and sit in your lap in some of our meetings. So Paul, take it away.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to be a part of this project. It's absolutely amazing. And, what got me so excited about this whole team was that we're able to merge really two industries in a big way. I mean, you know, there's internet marketing, we all know, there's network marketing, and very few times does an opportunity come where we can merge them both together and get the best of both worlds. So it's, yeah, it's just super exciting to be a part of this. And like you mentioned, I've been in business for 19 years, started when I was 14, and, you know, I've just been running an online business. I know about marketing online. I know about longevity. And, you know, it's part of the key here is we want to teach people how to have sustainable online businesses. So, you know, that's the idea, is not just a business that is here today, gone tomorrow. We're also not all about just helping you with just this opportunity. I mean, we know with this opportunity, you guys are going to excel. You're going to do really well, but we want to set you up for long-term success. That's what this team's all about. You heard it from Doug and Greg. They've been in business for years. You know about it with Joel. You know about it with Michael and Devon and Chris and Holly and everybody else that we're working together with. We've all been in business for a long time. So this is all about sustainable businesses. And I can tell you guys right now, who here in the chat window would like a sustainable online business? Let us know yes in there. I know you guys don't like this whole one and done thing, but if you want a sustainable online business, you guys are in the right spot, right? And who wouldn't? We've got heck yes, we got yes, 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 lots of yeses. We got, yeah, look at that blowing up, guys. So you guys are in the right spot. I'm super excited to be teaching you guys, you know, the email marketing side of things, to also be sharing, you know, my knowledge throughout this. And again, I can't tell you guys enough how excited I am to be a partner on this team, to be working with Joel Kelman, with Online Sales Pro. The tech that he brings, the way that he knows how to build thriving communities and companies is second to none. With Greg and Doug and the team that they've built and put together, and their passion for helping people, and their heart. And with working with Michael the last few days, it's just blown my mind just seeing the way you've interacted on Facebook and have blown that group up. I mean, I can't tell you guys enough what an honor it is for me to be a partner on this. And I'm excited to help people start at the finish line and take that victory lap with you guys. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome, Paul. Again, just the amount of energy that you bring to the table here, your experience, your knowledge. And what I've seen from you is actually taking action on the knowledge that you have. And I know you teach that to your people and your following, and there's no way that you reach those levels with ClickBank and JV Zoo sitting on your hands or sitting on valuable information. And that's one of the biggest things I'm going to stress here is you hear from some of these people that we're going to bring on here in a second, like Paul, really pick up on the things that they're saying and then go out and take action on it. And we're going to give you an action step right at the end of this webinar. So one of the things I'm going to say right now is at the end of this webinar, we're going to tell you guys how to go and get your pre-registration link. This is a pre-launch webinar, kickoff webinar. So this is the first one. So at the end of this webinar, be sure to stay to the end because we're going to tell you exactly how, who you need to contact, who you need to message, to get your pre-registration link so that you guys can be one of the first in the world to get your account set up and start spreading the word about Finish Line Network. Because if you learn the marketing, you need to go out and market the product. And when you have something this valuable in your hand with this many collective, collaborative, rock star minds in one place, we need to go out there and tell the world, because there are so many people that are sitting there struggling, thinking that they're all alone. There's nobody out there that's to help them. And when you put this many team leaders in one team collectively together, there's no reason why we shouldn't dominate the online marketing world. So you guys have first mover advantage that are on this webinar. So stay tuned for that information right there. Next person I want to bring out, and looks like Doug is still got his camera off, is I want to bring out Joel Kelman. Joel is actually in my backyard. I mean, I could, if I threw really hard, I could probably throw a rock from my house to his house and from my office to his office. It's kind of funny how close we are. But Joel's a beast, man. He just, whatever he does and puts his mind to, he dominates and wins. And he actually told me this little inside secret. He's really good at connecting the dots. Like, you know, like a puzzle, just like from one dot to another. Remember those little drawings we used to do as kids? You get a little dot number 1, 2, 3, and you ended up with a pretty picture. Joel, my man here, is the connector. So what's up, Joel?
How you doing, Michael? Thanks for having me. Wonderful intro. And yes, the connector is important, but so is a system, right? So here, what have I been doing? The last 12 years, I've been building a system. The last 5 years, been building technology to simplify duplication. Like, it's all about the user experience. It's all about putting your business on this phone. Like, that's been my main focus. And when I obsess over this, I do realize that part of this process is generating a lot of leads. Like, I've personally generated over 4 million leads using my funnels and in the opportunity space. So I know what we do works, but now it's a matter of converting the ones that you didn't convert. So with Finish Line Network and with this system and with the app. Now, during pre-launch, we have done something very special and added a special team Finish Line Network inside of our OSP app. But after launch, Finish Line Network will have its own custom app that our team is working very hard on, but we don't want to give it all away in the pre-launch, right? So after launch, we will have an app that will let you share duplicatable funnels, get content to you on your phone, give you step-by-step direction on what to do next to win. But most importantly, keep you engaged and plugged in while having fun. This is a game of you need to have fun while you're learning. So we really want to make the experience great. We want to make it simple, but most importantly, we want to make it duplicatable, okay? So our focus is tech. We are bringing the house and we are bringing pretty much its own app no one's ever seen before for this company and this organization. And I'm super pumped about it because I know what it can do. I've seen it work over years and years in time. I've personally done, I don't know, $60, $70 million in online business. Okay. So this is not anything new, but doing it with this type of environment, with this much skill playing with us, right? Playing instead of trying to do everything yourself, we have talent on this call that can contribute, right? So this app that we're developing and the tech we're bringing will make it super easy to share your link. You're going to get a glimpse of it in the pre-launch system that you'll all get access to after this. And you'll have a free OSP account, to utilize the Finish Line Network system inside of our app. So we're giving a lot of taste on what we're doing. We want to bring a lot of value, but most importantly, we want to teach you the right way to do this because there's a lot of bad things out there. There's a lot of programs that you could buy. There's programs that you could just watch on YouTube University, but none are like what we're delivering here because we want to focus on, like, look at it this way, Michael. After 4 million leads, there are a lot more leads I did not convert than what I did, okay? So the money is there in your list. We want to teach you and even do it for you inside the system when you learn the products. We will be able to utilize the tech, the emails, the training, the duplication, and the simplicity right from your mobile phone. So the pre-launch app is great. We will step by step, you'll be able to, in the video, you'll see a little bit about the app, but step by step, you will earn awards and badges and things that you could show people that you're winning. And we will give you step-by-step direction to share your links right from the app where other people kind of just get lost because they log in and they don't know what to do. So we want to help you share your link. Okay, so we do obsess over duplication and results, but keeping it simple is going to be fun. I am super pumped. This is a rock star team, and I'm happy to do what we do best, the automation, the marketing, the app, and let everyone else stay in their lane, right? If everyone stays in their lane, we can drive as fast as we want down the Autobahn. It's when you start trying to do things that you don't know how to do is where, mishaps happen. So here with this crew, I don't see that happening. So I'm pretty excited to see it go and see it run. And guys, thank you. Like, this has been a project we've been working on for months, like 7-8 months of development. And yes, you don't get it all in pre-launch, but post-launch, the own Finish Line Network app out there, it's going to change your business and whatever you're doing in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely, Joel. And that app here's a little glimpse at app. App is really a game changer in the industry because other companies have brought out apps, but not in a specific purpose of helping you directly grow your business, and then adding that gamification process to reward people with cool badges and point system in there. That's something that a lot of people need, because I hear this time and time again in the people that I talk to that say, hey, I want to fire my boss. I want to be my own boss. I want to make my own money. I'm going to do my own online marketing. I hate my job. And then they don't know what to do, or they wake up and have no direction. And what it comes down to is they're looking for a boss still to tell them what to do. And when you have a mobile app that gives you clear instructions to say, okay, share this, now text this, now do this. Oh, and if you do this, you'll get an extra 50 points. And having that gamification process inside an app it goes into the inner psyche and the mindset of people and brings out the competitive edge in them. And I know I'm competitive. I'm already looking at saying how many points can I get in the next week here. So you guys try to keep up with me, because I want to have as many points as I can in that app, and I want to see everybody else on the leaderboard as well. Joel, yeah.
Yeah, well, real quick, what's really, really cool is the system and the app, the finish line. You know, after we launch and you have your own app, we will know in that app exactly where you are in your business. And we will be able to tell you, based on what other people are doing, what they did to be successful and steer you the right way. So Paul, being a user, may have different action items than Michael because Michael's already done them. Well, our system will intuitively know what you should do to find success. So there's a lot of big tech advances that we're making in this new app, and I can't wait to see who gets involved and excited with that. But that's it. I'm not going to give it all away. I would share my screen and show you the whole app if I could, but there's a lot of talent in here. I'll bow out here.
Yeah. Well, and what you're guys are gonna find out is at the end of the webinar here, when you find out how to get your pre-registration link and get into your account and see the steps in there, one of the first steps is it's going to tell you how to download the app. Wait, I wasn't supposed to tell everybody that the app was already available. Anyway, I just let the cat out of the bag, but that's okay. Stay tuned for more details on that. The next person I want to bring out is Chris. Chris, I'm going to bring you out here, and I just want you to give me a quick little brief background. Yeah, don't look at Joel's screen right now. He's showing the app. Brief background of where you're coming from, why you're excited about Finish Line Network, and what you plan to do, from this stage onward with Finish Line Network.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me out. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I've been in the industry for about 14 years now. And had some really, really phenomenal success, built some massive teams. And I'll tell you what, I'm more excited now than I think I've ever been in my 14 years in the industry, because, people are hungry for something good. They're thirsty for something viable in our industry. And there's so much junk out there today that the industry is just ripe for a good, solid program and business model. I made one post on Facebook about this pre-launch just about an hour ago, and I provided just a few details about Finish Line Network, and my Facebook just started absolutely blowing up. People are looking for exactly what we've got here. The products are invaluable, something that any and every business is already buying, and now for the crutch of basically every business to be successful, to now be a commissionable product, is just insane. It just makes sense. So one of my strengths is building high converting sales funnels and VSLs. And that's what I'm looking forward to bringing to the table here. And for those who get plugged in on the opportunity side, I'll be focused on building out these high converting sales pages, and I'm excited to bring that and bring my talents in that area to the table here. And when I mentor people, I like to break it down and really make it simple, and because people overcomplicate the process of success, and oftentimes success is found in simplicity and it's destroyed in complexity. For success in internet business, I tell people it comes down to two things: an offer that converts and quality targeted traffic. If you're not succeeding in your internet-based business, it's because one of those two elements are broken. It's that simple. And so to bring high converting sales funnels to the table here, that takes care of half of the success equation, and that just leaves the traffic portion for people. And what's great about Finish Line Network is they're going to have direct access to some top tier traffic here. And that's exciting. It's like the perfect storm, and it doesn't get much better than this. And to take it a step further, you know, these guys are going to get even bigger and better tools and resources that Greg touched on and that Joel went into more detail on. And these tools, they're going to basically catapult people to success. So that said, I'm excited. I'm really excited for this launch. I was in the industry for about 9 years before I got burned out a bit, and I pulled away, and I pulled out of the industry for almost 5 years. And this is my comeback here. So I'm fired up. I'm refreshed, and I'm telling you guys, we are going to crush this. Everyone on this webinar, this meeting, you are in the right place at the right time. And I'm telling you guys, timing beats out talent every single day of the week. So I hope you guys are excited. You should be excited. Michael, I appreciate you having me out here. Everybody else, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. You touched on some really key points in what you're talking about there between the traffic and the support and helping people get up and running. There's so many programs out there that have good value and good content, but they leave you kind of hanging at the end. And the fact that Finish Line Network is not only going to give us access to high quality traffic, but also teach us what to do with that traffic, and then even how to monetize that traffic that you're generating on top of that. It's the whole, 9 yards here in terms of what people really need to understand when they're generating traffic online. And I love what you said about how that most people just overcomplicate the whole process. I certainly did that for a very long time. In fact, what I finally realized that there's a very fine line between procrastination and perfection. And are we just trying to perfect something, or are we just procrastinating on what we know we should already start doing? So I try to live by the 80-20 rule, where I get things about 80% perfect and then get those things moving, and then worry about the other 20% later as I'm helping people get up and running and stuff. So I'm excited that we're getting this ball rolling. We are in pre-launch, and with that being said, there might be, and everything's not going to be perfect. There might be glitches here and there, but that's part of the things that we do when we get the first mover's advantage. When we're one of the first to the ball game, things might not be completely greased and oiled exactly how they should be, but we're moving, and that's the key. And there's so many people out there that are just still sitting, waiting to move, but we're moving, we're launching, we're going, we're kicking this thing off, and we've got some awesome people behind us keeping us going. Now, Doug is on. Doug Wellens is on, and I'm going to bring Doug out here. Doug, I've really gotten to know Doug here over the last couple of weeks, having a good time chatting it up with him. Another super down-to-earth, cool guy. Doug's been involved, man, he's been involved in the direct sales industry since the 80s. I can actually say that, since the 80s, since 1989. He spent 12 years in the telecom industry building leveraged sales teams before going full-time into internet marketing in 2004. That was after Y2K, so everything had calmed down by then. But in 2004, he had gotten into internet marketing. He cut his teeth in two massive multi-level marketing companies with huge successful runs in the personal development space, which is actually where Doug met Greg and Chad, and also in the travel MLM as well. So Doug partnered up with Greg and Chad in 2009, and the guys have built multiple systems along with marketing and lead generation platform and BizOps. So Greg, Doug, and Chad still own the successful MLM company Traffic Authority, which you might be very familiar with. So Doug, why don't you come out here and let us know what you're doing with Finish Line Network, and you're still with Greg over here, this guy who is Mr. Traffic. Uh-oh, we can't hear you, Doug. We cannot hear you. Check your, we can see you now.
He's still stuck back in the 80s trying to figure out how to use the computer.
Oh, come on now. Let's not be too harsh on Doug. He's come a long ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having issues there with the microphone. I'm gonna All right, Doug, we're going to come back to you. Go into your Zoom audio settings and just test those really quick, and we'll come right back to you. Holly, I want to throw it over to you. So go ahead and unmute yourself there. Holly's been on the online marketing industry for a while, and Holly has really I've seen the last couple of years her really develop and grow out into quite the leader in the people that she has been helping in the online marketing world. And I love seeing that, because I remember the transition that I went when I went from just trying to make my own money to really helping a bunch of other people make money. And that's when things changed, when I started injecting my energy and my knowledge and my training and all that into other people. And Holly has done that. I've seen her brand herself. I've seen her grow a team. I've seen her develop her own content. And she's really starting to emerge very strongly, has been emerging for quite a while in the online marketing scene. I'm really happy and proud to have her part of the Finish Line Network leadership team here. And really, she's going to be doing some trainings with us as well. You'll see that in the Facebook group and the back office as well. But Holly, come on out here. Let us know why you're with Finish Line Network. You're actually the only female here amongst all these guys on this. So what's up?
For now, though, I see a lot of lady bosses out here.
Oh, yeah. I see them. They're all up in the chat.
Right? Let's get some love for the women up here and the bosses. Right. And thank you, Michael. Honestly, I really appreciate that, because it has been quite a journey. And when I first started online, it was all about me, right? It was all about ultimately, it was about saving myself from having to get on disability. And I started my business in a hospital bed, my dream was if I could just make like $3,000, everything would be different, right? And it grew and developed in this industry, absolutely transformed my entire life. Yes, I love that. I went all out into, I knew that I needed my business to work for myself, more than I needed to breathe. And I went on a journey where, it was a rocky road, and I've known you for years now. And I know that you've seen, for the beginning, it took me a bit. And then ultimately it was getting the confidence and investing in myself and just taking it all in. I was a mother at $37 in my bank account, had absolutely no idea how in the world I was gonna pay my bills, right? And I just knew with everything in me that this industry was what was gonna save myself and my family. And since then, I've been able to develop myself where it's helped my family in a way, not just monetarily, but being able to be that leader in my family, where my children can now see a different way of life and have a whole new realm of possibilities in their world. That's why I'm passionate about this industry. So when I met with Greg and Doug, I absolutely love, you're totally right. Greg has this passion about him, right? And I absolutely loved it. I've been able to do very, very well in this industry. Once I really got it, I got it. And it was I think this is pretty typical. We make things more complicated and get in our own way. Can anybody here ever relate to that? Have you ever done that? Right? And so ultimately it's about what I found the best way to success online is to have the 3 S's, right? And when you have these 3 S's that I'm about to share with you guys, that's when you know you're in a good spot. And those 3 S's are, 1, a system. You have got to be able to leverage a system, because that's how you leverage your time. All wealthy people know the power in leveraging systems and having systems. It's something through the years that I'm going to be bringing to the table to automation, and building relationships through automation is something where I feel is my specialty, is building that communication and that brand and being able to really put a disruption in the marketplace for people. So I'm excited to share with you guys into that system and being a part of that system. The second one is simplicity, right? And it's been said a couple of times here. You need to have simple, easy, being able to duplicate where everybody can do it. That mom that wants to be able to stay home with their kids, or that person who wants to go nomadic and travel the world. It doesn't matter where you're at. You need to have a duplicatable system that's in place with powerhouses around you to be able to make that happen, right? And the third thing is sustainability. That was also brought up by one of the leaders on our team. Like, sustainability is everything. If you're going through launch and launch and launch and not having that consistency, that's a problem, right? So when I'm looking at opportunities, I want to make sure that the 3 S's are there. On top of that, I want to see that there's purpose, like there's passion, that there's integrity, and that there's a way for people to win. So I knew instantly, like when Greg and Doug and I, we've been talking for months now, I don't know, maybe like 6 months. I was off on the beach of Daytona, off in the winter, because I don't do cold. So I'm off in the Caribbean or wherever I'm off to in the summers. And I got really excited. I stepped away from the industry just because a lot of people were looking to me to help put their systems together, put their programs together. And so I've really been on the back end, really helping and elevating leaders in our industry get all of their stuff together and succeed. And when I saw this, I was like, I knew this was a missing, that I knew that I had an opportunity that I was like all over, full heart. I totally want to jump into this because I see the power and the collaboration of the leaders here. I see that there's systems in place. I see that there's heart and passion and a way to be able to really help people. So I'm all in here, super excited to be a part of the leadership here, and I am going to bring it back to you. Thank you.
Absolutely, Holly. I appreciate you bringing all that energy and that knowledge as well, because that's really what it comes down to. I did the exact same thing with my team and my people. I tried to give them automation and systems. Joel loves to hear the word systems because that's really what transforms. You know, it's one thing to have financial freedom, but a lot of times the price that people pay for financial freedom is time. And ultimately, time is more valuable than the money. So if you have all the money in the world but have no time freedom, what have you really achieved? So to be able to put systems in place like we're introducing and we'll be teaching in Finish Line Network, to me, that's priceless to be able to bring that to the masses. Because I know you and the other leaders on here, we've been teaching this in our own teams. That people ask me even, like, well, you know, you're grinding 16 hours a day. I'm like, no, I'm hanging out with my wife because I've got systems working for me. And, you know, my goal right now is to not really work any more than, you know, about an hour to 2 hours a day that actually feels like work, because I do enjoy working too. But outside of that, it's really just helping people. And when you get into that mode and that mindset of your systems are